E aí pessoal, beleza? Bom, hoje tô aqui para mais um vídeo da série de Genshin Impact. Vamos continuar, né? Se você quiser ver, né? Se você quiser ver essa série desde o início, eu vou deixar um card aqui em cima. E, se puder, se inscrever no canal e ativar o sininho, ajuda demais. Beleza, pessoal? Bom, estamos aqui de volta. Atualizou o banner, né? Então, veio o Kirit aí, ó. Vamos testar ele daqui a alguns vídeos, tá bom? Pela primeira vez a gente vai testar ele. Veio também a Shogun Raiden, meu parceiro. Aqui também, deixa eu clicar aqui para sair a notificação. Deixa eu ver uma outra coisa aqui. Acho que aqui não atualizou ainda, faltam dias ainda. Vou fazer a troca aqui já. Será que dá tempo de eu juntar 50 trocas? Sei não, hein? Tô com 17. Talvez dê que só sai daqui a 20 dias o banner. E isso aqui vai atualizar daqui a 12 dias, então talvez dê para comprar aí. Bom, vamos testar ele no futuro, tá bom? Inclusive, o teste dele tá por aqui, ó. Vamos testar ele no futuro. Ela a gente já testou. Ele já testamos. Já testamos essa também. Já testamos essa também. Tá tudo aí. Tem algum vídeo aí do canal, tá bom? Da série aí, o teste. Calma aí, bicho. O bicho tá nervoso. Vou pegar aqui o prêmio de missão que eu fiz hoje. E vamos seguir a missão. O jogo atualizou, veio missão também, né? Missão do Kirit mesmo, mas aí só depois que a gente vai poder jogar. Vamos focar onde a gente parou ontem, que é nessa missão aqui. Jornada na Ilha Misteriosa. Alguém confiável. Siga Moalani para a praça. Aparentemente é necessário ter um guia para chegar à Ilha Misteriosa. Um guia com quem você compartilhe confiança mútua. Vamos lá, chegou um cara aí na ilha, no local aqui. E ele já foi na Ilha Misteriosa, né? O jogo falou pra nós que ele já foi. Vamos ver quem é esse cara aí. É o do chapéu?
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone.
Easy.
Indeed. Well done. No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
Realmente.
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mulani? Who knows? Maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious island.
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to reach the island.
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his help?
Os dois lá, ó, que a gente encontrou no início da missão.
Allow me to do the You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
Ele quer capturar um Calorrasauro, sei lá o nome daquele bicho lá. Vamos ver.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Kaholosaurs? They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price...
É caro, hein?
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is a success.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
Eles não queriam um Calorrasauro?
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to... I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
Esse cara tá meio estranho, hein? Vamos ver.
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That is what the legend is really hinting at here.
O do bigode, rapaz.
Many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their incompetent clients long before reaching the destination. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I
Well, I'm different. I'm no ordinary tourist.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fees. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... New student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that...
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter. Waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set up.
Mualani?
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
O do bigode tá se achando muito, hein? A multidão começa a se dispersar.
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on...
That Ko'olo seemed to harbor some kind of grudge against you, Mualani. Or maybe your
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the tribe can't stop talking about him.
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be more upset.
Of course not. Uncle New has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same, but it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island.
Você também espera mesmo chegar à ilha?
That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that... I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle New has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down. So, as Uncle New's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
But don't you have that chance now, Mualani? If you'd agree to be our guide, we're completely willing to trust you with our lives. With the help of the renowned traveler and his trusty companion, you'll definitely be able to find the mysterious island. Then you can come back and teach that Ko'olo elect...
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
E ela...
Aw, you're making Paimon blush.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time.
Oh, it's
Que foi,
that
cara?
scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra. Please, you...
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you...
I'm Mualani. Just call me by my name. As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're
Oh...
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about this? We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't officially be your clients. In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a guide won't be tarnished as a result. How does that sound?
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person.
So you still refuse? Fine. Kariel, put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Verandra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy so obsessed with that island?
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous journey all alone. Even my sweet mom would give me a...
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers I just met, there is another... How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern slope.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from strangers into friends. The kind we can trust.
That's your plan?
Wonderful. On behalf of both Verandra and I, thank you so...
Vamos ter que levar esse esquisitão aí.
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
É isso
We
aí.
need to get started on our preparations.
Vamos lá então. Acompanhe o Alani para a loja de pesca. Eita. Socorro. Estamos de volta. Bora.
Hey, Alafa!
Vamos ver.
I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowfath.
I know. It's just that Lafa sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever float.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Os clientes somos nós.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission.
Oh, no. We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive. We're
De
ready,
boa.
Lafa.
Your total is 200,000 mora.
Paga aí agora. Paga aí.
Isn't that still a lot for you, Mualani?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and
You call that a week's worth of pocket money?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store.
Ela é rica. Vamos lá. Ela tem grana. Vamos ver.
Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know?
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate the price.
All right. What are you...
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to...
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prize.
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you're done.
Thanks, Uncle An.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Música.
Hey, Paka Paka.
Paca paca.
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a record of your own?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and listening to in secret.
Uh-huh.
Ô louco.
That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides,
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind to release.
whoa, then we could produce some really wild tunes.
Nice. That's the record also again.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much, that's a nice way to make the...
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal.
Looks like Milani really is rich.
Né?
That should be about everything we need
o-
to buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island. Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map. It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to the... Which brings us to today. The day I officially asked Uncle...
Whoa. Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous. Sounds like it must...
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't...
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Bora pegar o mapa. Eu ia falar que ela é igual o Zhongli, tá ligado? Que o Zhongli não tá nem aí, sai gastando mesmo.
Wind rises. Quit following me.
E aí, cara?
Afternoon, Uncle New. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
You saw right through me, as always.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives. It's just then, my feelings are a little complicated.
Huh?
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle New?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that, after all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the Springs. I'm still a little worried.
Don't worry. With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find the mysterious island.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle New.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please, our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely.
I understand, Uncle New.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You must return it to me when you get back from the...
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look...
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle New. All right. Traveler and Paimon?
Yay! Paimon can't wait!
Temos que encontrar o pessoal lá ainda. Espere até o dia seguinte. Vamos lá. A gente tem que encontrar o cara chatão lá. Enfim. Vamos ver. Bora. Acho que a gente vai ter que fazer uma amizade mais forte com aquele cara e aquela garota lá, né? Poder levar eles.
Traveler, Paimon, over here.
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too.
E aí, esquisitão?
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of...
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more...
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Our journey to the mysterious island has officially begun.
Yay!
Bora.
First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a monument. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the mysterious island smoother.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential step before... Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable about.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
Come on, everyone.
É o Zé Regrinha. Vamos lá.
Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a great adventure!
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Bora. Esse cara aí.
Where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
Uma festa. Vamos aqui, não. Tá mais perto. Esse cara aí, ele vai... Tá ligado? Ele quer saber só do... Digamos que ele é guiado pela razão. O tanto de calorrasauro, será como é que fala? Chegamos.
Wow, there are a lot of Kaholasaurs here!
As expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholasaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Kaholasaurs. But they often end... When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of... So...
Enfim. Vamos lá. Deu uma quedinha aí, provavelmente a minha net caiu por um tempinho. Mas tá de boa. Vamos nessa. Ainda bem que a gente não tava numa daquelas missões que não tem como você sair, né? E o jogo ia voltar lá no início, né?
As expected, the first clue is related...
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, when the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe... So it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding one or two stray...
You're a real pro at this, Mualani!
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholasaurs don't like gathering as herds unless it's to compete for the hot springs.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know. It so happens that wild Kaholasaurs... It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly... Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan, it would be very rare to ever witness such a thing.
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation as a part of my thesis.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Kaholasaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Kaholasaur herd?
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Kaholasaurs before, but it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take...
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon.
Is that so? Then that works out perfectly.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar. Follow me and stay close. Oh no, we've been spotted.
Ué,
Let's back off and try again.
ela falou que é pra seguir ela.
These Kaholasaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never get through.
Kevin, you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley. Why don't you simply chase them away?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholasaurs. Doing so will almost certainly bring bad luck. And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with a solution on my own.
Let Paimon think. Oh, is there...
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholasaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just...
this is tricky.
Pelo alto. Desce no meio, tá ligado?
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others. I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so why don't you share?
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Kaholasaurs, I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the Kaholasaurs relied on their hearing to track their prey, but I'm not sure how useful that information is.
Oh. Oh, that was actually very useful, Miss Karia.
You can just call me Karia.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the luggage. Traveler, Paimon?
Vamos lá. Siga olhando enquanto a forma de se infiltrar.
Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Kaholasaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, they'll still notice us once we get close enough. But this plant can help us solve that problem, because its fragrance is very similar to the scent of a Kahola. We can apply the plant's extract to our bodies and trick their sense of smell.
So, we're gonna rub plant juice on ourselves?
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Beleza. Vamos lá.
Oh, Paimon feels all wet and slimy. But this...
Perfect. Okay.
Agora estamos imperceptíveis. Tá aí.
Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful.
E
Oh, it's just a young Kaholasaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger.
tá bom. Mas e a Tambem? Peraí, jogar Tambem. Bora. Ih. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Segue ela, segue ela.
How could there be so many here? We can't get through. Oh, I have an idea. Wait here.
Boa, muito boa, muito boa. Ih, tem um caído aí, ó.
Careful. Don't startle them.
Dorminhoco. Que isso, hein?
We must be getting close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand.
Pode ser.
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Kaholasaur.
Sounds like someone has been trying to trick you.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of...
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholasaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge... That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it.
Olhando em copia o desenho no muso que leva vocês de volta.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey now, right?
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Kaholasaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logic.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research.
At least this
Beleza.
has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need for us.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Ululani really knows how to lead our group.
É profissional.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does this...
A ilha tá aqui, ó.
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any...
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water and the land at Jadeskirt Knoll. We can use... find our next destination.
Really? You got all that just from some rough lines?
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to pick up on patterns like that. All right, break time is over. Let's get ready to move.
Bora. Tudo certo por enquanto. Vá para o local analisado. Vamos aqui, né? Vou ver com quantos pairóculos estou. Ó, no momento 22 ainda. Faltam 3. Local aberto ali. Será que tem bicho para enfrentar ali? Olha, uma gazela. O que vai ter aqui?
Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting...
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in that land also used a similar device, long before... Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research. And so, I looked. Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain I've deduced the geographical features of the island's surrounding area. Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a Therefore, the area must contain many potential Spirit Ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient times may have left behind some devices to control them.
Oh, amazing!
Now everyone's contributing to the team.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to...
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit door.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node.
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
Whoa!
Eita.
It started glowing! This should be it.
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. The light does remind me of a spirit way. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes. Let's keep searching.
Mais 2. Ative o nó de flogisto. Tá, bom. A gente já tem um ponto de teleporte pra lá. Então vamos lá. Opa.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Ah, muito obrigado. Eu quero isso aí, jogo.
Squall and Fury.
Ou seja, galera, se bem que isso aqui tá no chão, né? Eu achei que teria a ver com aquela missão que a gente fez de ativar essas ilhas aí, ó. Se ferrou o jogo. Ah, andarilho, meu parceiro. O outro tá pra cá. Faltam acho que só 2 agora pyróculo pra ativar lá no negócio. Solidify. Pronto. Está tudo ativado.
We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone. Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very simple.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and keep operating. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change the path of the Spirit Way. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the Spirit Way will come tumbling from the sky.
Isn't that super dangerous?
É, ué.
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly control.
O cara estudou mesmo, hein? Ô louco.
Huh? But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
If Verandra can control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well, how?
After all the adventures he's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
Fala de nós.
All right. Then it'll be up to the traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll go activate the mechanism. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should make it safely.
Wait, but handling it this way sounds even more dangerous, Mualani.
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I end up falling in.
But it's
Tá
so
bom.
high, and you'll be falling so fast. If we don't manage to reach a node in time, or if we make a mistake, there's a lot.
Do you still remember the promise we made before we left? Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you.
Alrighty.
Deixa com a
Be
gente.
careful.
Bora. Ao desafiar um caminho espiritual, você pode saltar para tocar para a pista vizinha. Tá, a gente já sabe. A gente já fez exclusivo. Ao se aproximar da pista vizinha, mantenha pressionada a tecla de direção para trocar para ela. Como é que sobe aqui mesmo, gente? Ué,
Please be careful.
letra E. Pula.
Now switch to the spirit way on the right.
Pronto.
Please activate the next node.
Paimon heard Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need.
O que houve? Eu tava indo bem, não? Ela caiu? Ah, tem que ir pro outro nó, né? Tá, entendi. É isso aqui em todos os nós. Tá, tem que ir pra ali. Vamos dar a volta aqui rapidão. A gente vai fazer nesse, depois tem que ir pro outro nó pra fazer também. Pula pra cá. Que isso, hein?
The path ends up ahead. Switch to the next spirit way. Traveler, get to the next node. Got it.
Tá, então agora a gente tem que ir pro outro nó.
Shouting just now. Let's
Tá aqui.
node we need.
Último nó.
Taking care of the final node. Please be careful.
Bora. Pronto. Foi bem de boa.
That was perfect.
You were amazing, Mualani. There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston...
Oh no, you're right.
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unused.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another...
Do you hear that?
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
Ô louco.
Yes, We need to get to higher ground and take a look.
Todos vão à colina. Eita.
Look over there.
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep. And that's our next stop.
Huh? What do you mean?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island.
No way!
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit wave that everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Bromdra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm
Cara,
very
fica aí, deixa
knowledgeable
nós
in
ir
this
então,
area.
tá
The
bom?
spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. Don't you think that sounds more like the definition? So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us.
He does seem to have a...
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
But didn't we all agree to trust each other?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us...
No, I refuse.
You?
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you...
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our control. How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll come back to convince you.
Well...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
Bom, deixa a gente fazer isso amanhã. Deixa eu ver se o jogo permite. Porque mudou todo o clima ali, né? Deixa eu ver se o jogo deixa eu sair dali. Vamos só ver. Deixa. Então amanhã a gente volta e segue a missão, tá bom? Parece que amanhã a gente vai chegar na Ilha Misteriosa. Bom, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se puder, deixar o like, muito obrigado. E até o próximo vídeo aí.